Nah.
Is your asshole itch?
No.
Get your ass up.
Okay.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Sweet.
With MikeJ and Pedro.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done.
I'm not sure what I regret. You know, after that intro, I was just thinking about it. I don't know. Probably nothing.
I would say nothing.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't.
Nothing.
I'm just, you know, as some people here may or may not know, I had my appendix burst right when I got back from Denmark a couple of weeks ago. So I'm glad I made it back to the States before that happened. Not that I'm worried about the care I would have gotten in Denmark. I'm sure that would have been fine. I just recovering with no family around. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
But
That
you're
sucked.
doing all right now. You're doing better. At
I'm
least.
doing
Oh, at
better.
least.
I can move around. I can wipe my ass. I can do things that I couldn't do without a lot of pain recently. But yeah, my recovery is slow, but it's happening. And you know, thanks for everybody that shouted out, because you know it was news on the website and stuff, because obviously I'm the one that ships orders, and I was gone for a week in Denmark, and then I was gone for another week recovering from the surge. And for those of you that don't know, an appendix is a useless organ that's attached to your colon that does actually nothing, and it can get inflamed and it'll hurt a lot, and then if it bursts, it just releases a bunch of poison into your bowels and can kill you.
Yep.
And so I had some surgery, had mine removed. Wasn't fun. Still not fun. Not allowed to lift or play hockey or bowl for another 4 weeks. But I can podcast.
At least that.
Pedro's down there looking fresh with his Habib look.
Hello,
Pedro's-
Habibi.
Pedro is applying to
Habibi.
be the proprietor of the Lucky Ganesh. And I think maybe, you know, in the low budget film that we'll make, you can be Habib.
Yep, Postal to the movie.
Postal to the
Hello, and
movie,
what you want?
directed, written, and acted by Uwe Boll.
Yep.
Thanks, I eat moss. I know I sound like shit. It's not great. I've felt worse in the last couple weeks, but I feel better now. And you know, just looking at Matt in that giant, oversized, whatever color maize, or I don't even know, jacket, just makes me feel better.
Thanks.
Hey, RZ.
It's my pimp.
You
The pimp
shave
jacket.
too. You don't even have your little pedo mustache going.
It's
I
gone,
can't-
but
I wouldn't
It will come
recognize
back.
Matt without his trademark mustache.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to shave it on November 1st, and then grow it out for Movember. That's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to shave my beard, shave my mustache, and then I'm just going to shave everything but my mustache for the month of November, which is disgusting, and I'm going to hate every day of it. But I'm going to raise money for prostate cancer awareness. So if you have money to donate, I'll make sure I'll be posting links all over the place for my Movember. I haven't done Movember in a few years. If you're not familiar, head on over to Movember.com, Movember.com, and you can see what that's all about. So if you want to grow out your child molester mustache in the month of November.
Considering how long it takes to grow this shit, I'll probably not shave on the 1st, so I'll leave it until the end, and then I'll
You
shave,
could just
except for
shave
mustache.
everything but your mustache. That's cool too. Like Movember's cool about that stuff too. So
That's
Yeah,
for after Movember.
yeah, I think we should all do Movember, but Pedro, you don't have to shave it. You just shave your beard, leave the mustache,
Yeah.
and we'll make sure we do a couple mustache podcasts in November.
Yeah, I'll grow it in November. I'll grow it back.
Just the mustache. I
The-
want you to have that super Weasley pencil mustache though. You, like shave it into
Oh,
just
yeah.
like the little like the French waiter mustache. I think that would
Every
be,
day I'll trim it into a line, like a straight horizontal line.
yeah, I think that would be
Should I do
sick.
Should I do the Charles Chaplin mustache?
Yeah, is that what we're calling it? Is that what we're calling
Yeah,
it?
people will call it the Hitler stash, but I
Yeah,
will call it the Charles Chaplin stash.
Yeah. So
Maybe I couldn't do the Triple H look, like just this and this.
No, that's
Just
not
shave it here.
Movember. Not Movember.
Yeah, I know.
Before I had life-threatening surgery, I was in Denmark for the 3D Realms event, Realms Deep, which I don't know if everybody tuned into that. It was a pretty cool event. I got to exact my revenge on that dipshit Ty. Got to have some fun out there throwing around on camera. I'm hoping to get all the videos of all the fun we had. I only have one. I meant to get it and show you guys here on the podcast. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, we are still waiting for the other footage. We only got a few
Yeah,
of
we
the
need more. I did plenty.
replay.
I did plenty of high quality beating the shit out of Ty.
It was pretty entertaining, if I say so myself.
I think, did I find it? Nope, this video's unavailable. God damn it. I'm trying to pull it up on my WhatsApp because somebody from Europe sent it to me. But anyway, it was a fun event. I don't know if you guys are into the boomer shooter scene, but Realms Deep is obviously the place to go for that every year. 3D Realms is kind of taking a foothold in the boomer shooter community. There's 3D Realms, there's New Blood, and then it appears Hyper Strange is taking a foothold in the boomer shooter arena. They've got a bunch of games that they're that they're promoting now too. Aside from Brain Damaged, which is obviously fucking dope. If you haven't picked up Postal Brain Damage, fucking do it.
Do it
Fucking
now.
do it.
It's
I
the best
believe
Postal game ever made.
literally the best.
For fuck's sake.
They're going to be releasing Horde mode soon. So if you want some Horde mode in your Brain Damage, it's coming soon. And once they're done with the Horde mode, they're going to be porting to consoles. So hopefully sometime next year, you'll be able to pick up Postal Brain Damage on consoles. Probably all of them, because that's the type of game that'll be able to get running on a Switch. And then Postal 4 is definitely going to be out for PlayStation sometime early next year. And maybe Xbox. We don't know yet. We're still waiting to get a submission in. We're not super keen on it since they haven't let anything we've done before pass through. But maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the year.
We'll see if we're lucky this time. I'm not going to hold my breath.
No,
I'm not.
definitely
I'm
not.
not.
Like we're not.
Nobody
sitting here.
should. Nobody should. But let's try and have some hope at least.
Yeah, power of
It-
positive thinking.
Yeah.
It's the secret,
Power
bro.
of-
That's
power
how
of
at least
positivity.
we'll have the PS5, PS4, and the Steam Deck, so it's all good. So
Yeah.
it's not a bad start. Yeah,
Now that you
Thinking
can
about
get a Steam Deck immediately.
no reservation.
No reservation needed anymore. Get yourself a Steam Deck. It's pretty dope. Still don't like playing first-person shooters on it, but that's just me because I'm terrible at them with controller. I'm terrible at them with mouse and keyboard. Let's begin with that. But I'm extra bad on a Steam Deck unless there's
Oh yeah.
aim assistance like we have in Postal 4. Then I don't care about my skills. I just want to play the game. Tried playing
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. Quit in about 10 minutes.
Wow, you still
Lost
survived
Coast.
10 minutes. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to have to play that on the computer.
Yes, do it.
I think then I'll...
But mouse and keyboard. Though, if you want to play on a Steam Deck, you can still use your keyboard and mouse. It's just not very portable as you can imagine.
Yeah, they released the dock the other day, right?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
dock is also not requiring a reservation, which is pretty dope.
Whoa!
So get yourselves a Steam Deck and the dock if you want to play Postal 4 or any other game, really. Postal 4 with aim assist, please. Don't come to us complaining about gunplay being shit, because it isn't. It's one of the things that Postal 4 does right. So, yeah. Yes.
On to Postal 4. For those of you that have been like, your game doesn't run on my shitty machine. Your game doesn't run on my not shitty machine. It's getting there. We've released a few performance updates as the console porting team has found some issues. And coming soon, memory usage is going to be cut in half. We've got some major improvements in the memory usage department. So people that have 8 gigs of RAM will soon have no problem running the game. And there's still a lot more coming, right? Like, this game is going to run on a PS4. I mean, it already is, but it's going to run performant on a PS4, which is essentially the equivalent of a shitty computer. So at some point in the not-so-distant future, probably not your birth control or your pregnancy testing device. That's not going to run it. But your low-end computer with like a 900 series GPU, a 4 or 5 year old processor, and 8 gigs of RAM will probably run the game. Just for the love of God, get a solid state hard drive.
Do it. It makes so much difference. And not only that, you can also get it on GeForce Now.
Yeah, if you have a really shitty machine, like a fucking integrated graphics card shithole, you just got to run GeForce Now. And if you have a good internet connection, you can play it. It's
One
running...
guy on the Discord played the whole game on his phone on GeForce Now.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yep.
It's doable. And now, and the games, since the game's more performant in general, it runs better on GeForce Now.
Yep.
Even though they're running high-end machines, the better it run on the high-end machines, which it's getting significantly better there too, it runs better when you stream it. So if you guys haven't checked out Postal 4, if you've got it wish listed or you just like, I don't trust these guys, IGN gave them a 3.
Can we announce like when the next big update is gonna be, like the month? Or
Do we know when it's going to be? Are we close?
I'm not exactly sure.
For the updates?
Yeah, we're
the
supposed to
the
be
next big
updating
one.
here soon. I mean, I assume we're going to update at minimum before the 25th anniversary sale. So
yeah, I mean,
Around
we
that
are
time.
very bad with ETAs, but we are doing our best. We of course find some roadblocks on the way, so don't expect it like on a specific date. We will let you know when it's out. Don't expect to wait much further after, I don't know, maybe at the end of the month. We'll see.
yeah, it's coming
We'll see.
before the 25th anniversary sale. And the 25th anniversary sale is next month, considering we have now canonized November 14th as the anniversary of Postal.
Yeah.
No matter what people want to argue about, we're saying it's what it is, okay? Go fuck yourself. We're going to be having a big sale on Steam, at GOG, Greenman. Everything. Everything's going to be big, especially Postal 4. So here's the hat that we're selling, the Postal 25th hat. If you guys haven't seen it, it's got a nice little Postal 25 logo, little alien head on the back. Got these hats in stock. We have shirts. These are actually throwback shirts. So it just has a little Postal 25 logo on the breast and the old school Running with Scissors logo on the back. So those are our Postal 25th merches that we have right now. We also have a few other little merch things I'll pimp out here. We have our Running with Scissors magnets for your fridge. We have our little Running with Scissors keychains. They're nice rubber ones, and the Running with Scissors stuff is raised. And then we have a couple new stickers. We have Postal 25 sticker, and we have Postal Brain Damage sticker. So, get on our website, postalswag.com, postalgames.com, runningwithscissors.com, gopostal.com. Order up some merch. It's not really what pays the bills around here, but it doesn't hurt, and we love people wearing our shit. So hop on.
We have more stuff coming soon also.
Oh yeah, we have more dolls. We have
more dolls.
We have a Postal Dude doll, a talking Postal Dude doll, and we have a not talking Champ doll. It just wasn't worth the extra money to just have the dog bark. Wasn't worth it.
Just have like Matt doing dog noises and stuff.
Yeah, I tried my best to do
I
it.
posted pictures of the dog and the dude in the Discord if you want to go back and look. But they're pretty cool, and they should be here. They're shipping from China sometime around today, which means probably like 6 weeks, because that slow boat from China, literally. Someone just asked, "What about a Champ doll next?" Did you just ignore what we just said? Martin down. We
were just talking about the diggity dolls.
We're gonna have a Champ doll and a dude doll, and a few people asked who's gonna be the voice of the dude. Rick Hunter, obviously.
Who else?
It's Vince Dizzy. Yeah.
Vince
no,
Dizzy,
it's
yeah.
John. Say John.
Yeah, it's a pick your dude doll. You just turn a little switch.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's all Rick Hunter.
It's the one and only Zach Ward. No, I'm kidding.
Why does this guy keep asking us how do we personally feel about how the Postal 4 narrative turned out? What do you mean the narrative? What does that mean? We wrote the game. We put the game out. We feel it's fine. If you don't like it, I don't know.
He wants us to say it's shit, even though it's not shit. But
it's like when people are like, when are you guys going to remake Postal 3 and make it what you wanted it to be?
Sure.
No, we're not going to do that.
Absolutely.
We're definitely not going to do that. Is Rick back for future projects? I mean, Rick's not gone unless he chooses to be. So as long as he's responding, he'll do stuff that we ask, and he's pretty cool with it. But
I mean, he wasn't available at the start of this project, so we never really know.
He was available at the start of it. He just
he was, but then he wasn't
anymore.
Then he wasn't. But we never know, really. It's not on our radar.
No.
We can't just say, "Oh yeah, you're stuck for life right now. You are in our dungeon. You're stuck there. You have to work for us whenever we feel like." So no, we can't give you like.
Yeah. Would we like him to be involved in whatever the next project is? Yes, but. It theoretically, and this is not for sure, but the next project is probably just Postal 2x2. And for Postal 2x2, nobody needs to be available because we're literally just reusing the same audio from Postal 2.
I mean, we can even reuse audio from Postal 4 and kind of combine the two. But
well, actually, I was listening. I was watching a girl stream Postal 2, and some of the Rick audio during the end of day or beginning of day cutscenes seemed really fucked up. Like it just wasn't the right voice. I don't know, something. So there might be
I'm home.
Honey, I'm home. Yeah, some fucked up stuff. So maybe there'll be a little bits of updates, but for the most part, Postal 2x2 is going to be a literal beat for beat remake. We're not rewriting.
Imagine GTA trilogy, but done right.
But good.
But good. Yeah. By a company with a lot less budget, but still with plenty of passion.
People are asking what Postal 2x2 is. 2x2 was the original project we were working on before we started on Postal 4, and it was just a beat for beat remake of Postal 2 in Unreal Engine 4. And once we realized how massive of an undertaking it was, it just made more sense to make Postal 4. And then at some point in the future after that, we could use those assets and remake Postal 2.
And we learned so much with Postal 4, like a lot. We learned a lot.
We're gonna use it as a clean slate and build Postal 2x2 on top of it. So,
but after all the optimization stuff's done, because then our jump off point is a good running game.
Don't
Yeah.
expect like DLCs
Not anytime soon.
and
Not
anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's just not possible right now, immediately.
I guess my question was if you ever felt like the fourth's humor and writing became way too self-aware. Saying that as a huge fan of the first and second, but a little disappointed. Nope, didn't feel like that. Did you feel
See,
like that?
one thing I noticed with a lot of people is that they see Postal 2 as something more than it was. Like
Yeah.
simple stuff like voting was very simplified, and with the rose tinted glasses make people go like, holy shit, this was a lot better. But Postal 2 as a game was fucking awesome. I'm never going to take that off Postal 2, but there's a little sense of nostalgia there. And I'm speaking also as a fan who started playing Postal 2. There's a little bit of nostalgia there that makes everything look better. And even if you play it nowadays, I mean, you still play it and you go like, this is fine, but it wasn't offensive at all, in my opinion at least. I don't think that Postal 2 was an offensive game. Never thought. It's still not offensive to me. A lot of things just aged well, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, no, we don't agree with all that.
Nah.
Just want to say this for the people that have been involved in the Postaltober event on Twitter. Thank you for spending your time drawing postal related stuff every day. It's pretty cool.
And a big thank you to Squeezel UK for giving the idea. And we will show you like the whole list after this with the fantastic fucking fan art.
Just so everybody knows, tomorrow is the 14th day of the month, and that's MikeJ Day in Postaltober. So anybody that's thinking about drawing or has drawn or wants to, you better fucking step up your game for tomorrow, because I am in dire need of some good MikeJ art for Postaltober.
Pedro's dog is hyped for it.
Well, Pedro,
Jesus Christ.
like the peanut butter is now gone from his nutsack.
Yeah.
So if you could just go put a little bit more on there. Anyway, if you draw, if you don't draw, if you have any skills, make some MikeJ art. Get that shit ready for tomorrow, Postaltober. Make sure you post it on Twitter. Make sure you hashtag Postaltober. I've seen a lot of people not doing that. You got to make sure we can find it. We want to be able to find it. And we've still found some that weren't tagged, but it's much easier if you let us know that you're posting art for our little Twitter event. And if you haven't seen what's up, get on Twitter, search for the hashtag Postaltober, Postaltober, and just look at all this amazing art that these people have done. It's pretty fucking crazy.
There's some really good stuff.
Yeah. And we're super
really good stuff.
like humbled that people will draw this shit every day. I mean, just seeing fan art on the reg is like pretty cool, but seeing this much come out this quickly is really awesome. So, thank you.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Our last little bit of unsettling Twitter news is that Twitter won't re-verify our fucking account. It's very annoying. We're obviously the 25-year-old developers of Postal. They've verified us before, and then we changed our handle so we could unify our social media names. And then now they won't approve us. They like auto reject us very quickly. And it's very fucking annoying because while I don't think a green check mark is like the end all be all, I think it's important as a business.
Well, we were very aware they would take off our verified status. What we weren't aware was that they would be so incompetent in just giving it back after we reapply.
Right. All they ask for when you reapply is your Wikipedia, 3 or more articles talking about your company that are within the last 6 months, which I gave them like 10 from reviews of the game. And then they want a link to a page on your website that references the Twitter. Which I
what
did.
else do they want?
Yeah.
Like, do we need to tattoo on our foreheads that we are
Yeah, I
running
don't
with
know.
scissors
I
and
don't
say,
know.
"Hey,
I mean, you know,
verify us"?
if this sale goes through, who knows how long this Twitter fund will continue. So.
We need to call Elon and ask him. to
Oh
get
no,
verified.
he's too busy
Oh, yeah.
worrying himself with international politics right now. He's too busy trying to deal with China and Taiwan and Ukraine and Russia.
Ukraine.
Fucking
Yeah.
clown. You know, this is pretty high up on our topic list today because I really do think it's that fucking good. And I know you guys have only seen a little, but the Andor show on Disney Plus is far and away the best Star Wars project I've seen since Disney bought the brand. It is so well done. It is such a intricate, well directed, well acted, well written, well produced, on location shot. I don't know. It's just so good. Every episode's long. They're 3-episode arcs, so it basically ends up being like a 2.5 to 3 hour story, and the payoff is always in the 3rd episode. The first 2 are like exposition and character development and plot development, and I just think that the director Tony Gilroy is just like really outdone everything that Disney has done. And that said, I love Mandalorian. I enjoyed Book of Boba Fett. I enjoyed Obi-Wan. I think they have major issues, but watching Andor really proves that those shows suck.
Yeah.
I found like
it blows everything out the water.
I thought Boba Fett was alright. I really disliked Obi-Wan. But then this is up there.
And you know, and this has nothing to do with the argument of it's easy to be upset when they take a character you know and ruin it. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, we already know Cassian Andor and we know how he dies. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the process, and the process that they're giving us on this show is the Empire's scary. Everybody in this rebellion is in it for a different reason. They don't trust each other. They don't like each other, but they're all trying to come together for a common cause, and they're fucking scared. And I don't know. It's very cool. And the newer episodes are really showing sort of the machinations of how the rebellion is funded and how the Empire is funded. And I don't know, like, it's very obvious to me that there's no stormtroopers, and it's an odd choice, but I like it. It's sort of taking
different.
away that laugh factor, right? Because we've sort of like grown up to learn that that stormtroopers are a joke, and they're not there, so it's nice.
For me, my favorite part so far after like the 2 episodes I saw is like the tone is very strong. Like Rogue One is easily in my like top 3 favorite Star Wars movies. So Rogue One was really good, and I like the tone of that. But it's even like, I don't know, I think it's even better than Rogue One.
Well, if you're only 2 episodes in, bro, like episode 3 is phenomenal, and then the second arc after the first arc is just straight fire. And episode 6 might be the best episode of television I've seen in years.
That's
I saw the reviews online earlier for episode 6, and it was like 9 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s, like everywhere.
I mean, really, like I expected it to be good because the buildup was so good, but oh my god! Like,
let me ask you something. Do you get Blade Runner vibes from it?
The first episode gave me Blade Runner vibes because that's just sort of where the planet they were on was at. But all of it is sort of noir. Like, it's all meant to be noir. Like, it's all sort of spy thriller kind of shit, which is super cool because it's not what we're used to, right? We're used to like Star Wars just being like
Star Wars, really.
Everything's a joke. The Empire's a joke. 30-minute episodes where a plan comes together. There's space wizards that can just destroy everybody around them, and the enemy can't shoot for shit. And their flying apparatuses suck too. Whereas in this, these TIE fighters are fucking terrifying. The people are super scared of them. Like, that's kind of the way it should be, right? Doesn't mean they can't win, but they have to win with like real guerrilla tactics. And yeah, that's why Rogue One was so good, right? Like, it just really showed that it's not so simple when you don't have force wielding people around you at all times. So
Yeah, I like that aspect a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they really knocked it out of the park there. I think they did a really good job. So far, I've also only seen 2 episodes, but God, if it gets better
It does.
over time, then oh my God, then I'm all for it. I want to watch more. I just didn't have.
it does.
The
The
time
first
to
2
continue
episodes
watching.
are actually like, well, they're amazing and they're slow burn. There's no payoff. Like the payoff is in the 3rd episode. So the 3rd and the 6th.
There you
And
go.
it's like that. I think it's 12 episodes. So they're going to do basically 4 in separate story arcs of Cassian's development. It supposedly takes place over about a year. So there's probably going to be a little bit of a time jump between the next episodes. But
Guess I'm in for a treat for the next episode then.
yeah, and just seeing, like, you haven't even gotten there yet if you're watching it, but just like seeing the inner workings at the ISB on Coruscant and Mon Mothma and her family, like that shit's just it maybe is unnecessary, right? Like who cares? But it's super cool to see it because it's not stuff we're used to seeing in Star Wars. All we're used to seeing is like what the Jedi are doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you haven't watched Andor, I think you should. It's definitely more Blade Runner like though. It's slow. It's very dialogue driven, but the acting is stellar. I mean, really stellar. The script is
really
great.
well cast.
There is not any cheese. I mean, the humor is so minimal, and it works because like these are not happy people that are just sitting around laughing all the time.
Yeah.
These are.
I certainly wasn't expecting anything decent from Disney.
No.
But wow.
I think Tony Gilroy doesn't like droids that don't speak English either. Because all of the droids in this show just speak English, which I think is fine. Like, it's cute when they beep, boop, and then people understand them, but I appreciate hearing them talk. I like
it works.
The little box droid talking and his ship droid that talks. Like, I don't know. It's just I obviously have Star Wars tattoos. I care about Star Wars as a whole. I don't love everything they do. I like it, but I really, really, really do. Really do love this shit. So clearly people aren't really listening to us in the chat. They're just talking about how Postal 4 feels outdated from a guy whose name is Sid Meier's Pirates. Talk about an outdated reference there, bud. Get a new handle. Metaverse. The metaverse is failing hard.
It is. I don't know what they were expecting, really.
Yeah.
The fucking device is what?
But wait,
how much?
You can buy a $1,500 VR headset. I didn't even like read the article. Is it that much better than the Quest 2? Like, is it actually using 4K sensors in the eyes? Like, what's the?
Yes, yeah, it's 2160 by 2160, but yeah,
I mean, see, VR is still
for me the price
niche
is not
thing.
the issue. For me, I could buy a $3,000 headset. I don't care, but we need like good software and we need the content to use it for. And right now, I feel like they are giving us the hardware, but we don't really have the software to fully take advantage of it. So
I mean, we have Half-Life Alyx. That's all we need, but that probably won't even run on it because it's not connected to a computer.
No. Like for me, the thing is that it will run on it, but it will run on it. But the thing is that like I'm interested in buying it, but the first thing I'm gonna buy is the link cable and plug it on my PC. I'm not gonna use it wirelessly because the battery life is even worse than the Quest 2. It's like 2 hours for the controllers and 2 hours for the headset because it's processing too much. So because now it's processing your face like movements and all that. So and soon it's gonna do also body tracking.
And I gotta tell you, like I've been using my Steam Deck and I have one of the new MacBook Airs. Having a device like the new MacBook Airs where the battery just doesn't run out, like I think 12 hours or something on battery life, like you don't think about it. Whereas then I pull up my Steam Deck and I play for like 45 minutes and it's already battery's half gone. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So, when I play with the Quest 2 that I have at home, the battery life's actually pretty decent. And
I
you
think
don't
it's
have to think about it all that much.
around
Yeah.
4 to 5 hours.
But
yeah.
man, if shit's gone in under 2 hours, that's a hard
I
pill to
mean,
swallow, especially
here's
for
the thing.
$1,500.
VR is expensive. VR is not up there yet to be mainstream. It's not going
Yeah.
to replace anything right now. It's not going to replace a controller. It's not going to replace a keyboard. It's not going to replace anything right now. It needs to be cheaper. It needs to be better. And it's none of that right now.
I'm kind of looking
And-
forward to whatever Apple has coming out next year because
Yeah, me too.
Apple usually they take longer to release things, but the implementation is always better. And I'm sure their headset is not going to be cheap. It's probably going to be $1,500.
No,
You would have, I don't want to sell my kidneys, okay? Both of my kidneys.
From the leaks so far, it's gonna be around $2,000 more than 1,500. But like the resolution and all the specs we saw so far are like pretty insane. So it will kind of matches the price, but we'll have to see. That's why I'm interested in what the Meta Quest Pro like offers, but I'm gonna wait to see what Apple does before I choose one of the two. So
right. And at the end of the day, you're right. Like, what good is a $1,500 headset without like a major backlog of great games?
Yeah. Well, also to be fair, people are excited for VR and they watch this, but they said it's not a consumer product. They said it's for like industry, like companies, like workers. They said it's a work tool more than a gaming tool. That's why they quickly brushed over gaming during their presentation. So people should just wait for the Quest 3 next year. Like it's gonna be $400 again. So you should just wait for that one.
Yeah, and hopefully
companies don't give a shit about VR.
Yeah.
If they are going to use,
I know a few studios that use VR for work, but it's mostly like creative companies. Like I don't know how like in like I don't know finance and all that. I don't think people will use it for like more like creative people, sure, but I don't see people doing stocks on their Quest or like stuff like that.
Put 15 monitors in your face to watch,
Yeah,
to watch all the analysts.
Shit. The
Who
stocks are
knows?
going down.
I mean,
can
but
feel
look,
it.
VR is one thing. A metaverse is a whole nother thing. Like I don't know. This is such a stupid little thing we're doing.
The metaverse is Second Life with Sims graphics, and it's only made to profit the wrong people. That's it. Nobody gets a profit from that shit.
I feel like we already have the metaverse. It's just split between different games and software. Where technically Fortnite is the start of the metaverse. Like they're putting a lot of different IPs and stuff. And VR chat is probably the closest thing we have from the metaverse. But then, and they talked about VR chat during the presentation. It's just VR chat is very limited. But if they give people the tool to fully take advantage of VR chat and make it even better, I think people will be hyped. But everyone is trying to do their own metaverse instead of coming together and doing it together. So, and I think Apple, they're also gonna do it on their own. So they're gonna force people to use their metaverse so they can make the most money out of it.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of my dick retracting every time I hear fucking metaverse, Fortnite.
All you think of is fucking.
Shit.
All you think is Zuckerbot jacking into your brain.
Oh God!
Where can I sell him the latest advertising?
With those eyes like this, I am a robot. I'm gonna take all your shekels.
So Saints Row, huh? They pulled a running with scissors. They released a game in a shitty stat, and now they're gonna do what we did. They're gonna fix it. They gotta.
Yeah. I mean, the big difference here is their fucking budget. How the fuck can they fuck up Saints Row? I mean, it would have been so easy to make I'm not even going to say just the fucking gameplay and shit.
You were the one looking most forward to it. You were like, "This is the one, man. I trust them."
I did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
I was expecting it to be a fucking reboot, like a proper reboot, not just what they've done there. And God, it's just so bad. Really, it's like Z-Gen kids trying to pay mortgages and
kind of.
it was not a good idea. So all I'm expecting from Volition now is to just do what they have to do with the game. I'm not going to buy it. It's not appealing to me. But fucking patch Saints Row 2 on PC, please. They promised a dead guy, their former community manager who died of cancer. They promised that guy they would release an update for.
To be fair,
Saints Row
we
2.
also promised a Postal 2 update a year ago.
It's coming.
I know.
It's
I'm just saying it takes time.
It takes time. I know. Though, I don't know. With Volition, never know really. After, if they thought that we were going to like that game, they can think a lot of other things. Like at least we understand if a fan tells us that Postal 3 is better than Postal 4. Hey, to each their own. We are not going to call you a terrorist like their community manager did, but doesn't mean that we think you're correct or anything. But still, yeah, I mean, we'll see what's going to happen with Saints Row.
The thing that sucks is that Saints Row was already sunk very low with like the last games, and they had the opportunity and the budget to get it out of there, but they didn't. They didn't do it. Yeah.
Well, we don't need to talk about Saints Row anymore. That shit's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, I'm all for them fixing it and making the game great if they have the opportunity to do it. So
yeah, I mean, look, we're fixing Postal 4. People still might hate it. They might think we're fucking woke bitches. Not sure why, but they can think that.
You'll never understand.
Yeah. I think they just don't. I think some people prefer when Postal has less to say. Like Postal 2's dialogue sheet's probably like this tall. Postal 4's is probably like this tall. So, the more comedy written, the more chances there are that some people won't like it. So just deal with it.
I can give you an exact number of dialogue lines that I had to not translate to add subtitles. 14,000 for Postal 4.
Well, it's less than GTA 5, so
yeah.
And you didn't have to do the radio stations, so
yeah. When compared to Postal 2, you have like what? Not even half that.
Probably 5,000 or something, and that's mostly just NPC dialogue.
Yeah, I think people like something for them to interpret their own way. Like not much being shown or said, and leave to the fans to interpret what they think. Of that
that's too
experience.
woke of you to say.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Stop saying woke shit.
I'm gonna stop saying woke shit.
Yeah.
We have a reputation to keep here.
I think some people they don't like that we didn't make the same jokes as Postal 2. People just wanted the same game again. So
yeah, well, we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah, eventually we're gonna give it to you.
Eventually we will.
You know what? Let's go into fan of the week. Fantastic fucking fan art.
Fart. Fantastic fucking fan art.
Oh boy.
Brought to you by MikeJ's Bidets. A clean ass is a happy ass.
This week, our fan of the week is multiple fans of the week. We took a bunch of different pieces of art from Postaltober, and we just made a little compilation of them. So I'd like to thank, and not in any particular order, Cancer 4V with a bunch of different arts on here. I mean, as you can see, R. Quattroki, I don't know how to say that name. Steal Your Twat. Lustful Dreams. Thank you for this good shit. This is some good fucking art, man. I don't know.
That's some good shit.
Yeah.
And Postaltober is still going. Tomorrow it's MikeJ Day.
Yeah. So like I said, if you have a pencil or a pen or a crayon or a drawing pad or a tablet, draw some MikeJ art. I love to see it. I jerk off to that stuff. I love it when people draw shit about me. It's fucking hilarious. I don't care if you shit on me. I don't care if you make me fat.
To it too.
I don't care if you make me bald. Just make me fucking funny, man. Make me fucking funny.
Yeah.
I just want to laugh.
I want to see more MikeJ art so I can also jerk off to it.
Right. Pedro hasn't been able to jerk off since I had my appendix out because he's been too nervous about my life.
Yeah.
But he's finally finally back.
I'm
So-
finally
He finally
the old
found
Dusty
some of that
back.
Postal dude vor art, and it's given him the ability.
Dude, I want
Oh,
to see
God.
the Postal dude eating Mike J. That'd be sick.
Oh God, the nasty things I've seen, guys.
Yeah, some
Jesus.
Postal dude MikeJ vor art. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
W-
that'd be
we
good.
we appreciate your art, by the way. Don't get us wrong, but Jesus, some of it, I was like, holy shit.
You know what? We're equal art opportunists. Draw whatever you
Yeah.
want.
We'll take everything as long as it's not like lolly shit. That's all good.
You know what I just realized? Our overlay for the podcast has all the wrong links on it now.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to update that. So don't go to those links above. They're wrong.
Don't go.
The Twitch one,
Wait,
the Twitch one
all
will
of them?
work just fine. Everything
Yeah.
else is wrong. Oh no, the Discord and the Twitch are right, but everything else is wrong. Silent Hill director says multiple studios working on new games. So they just are licensing out games for other people to make now, huh?
No, we knew it for a while that they were making at least one of them, like the Blue Bear team. They are making one. I think it's maybe Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't think they're gonna do the first one. I think they're directly going for like Silent Hill 2. But other than that, yeah, I don't think we know who the other ones are.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting on the latest EGS for Konami to show Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and once again I got fucking blue balled. I don't think those people like money. They don't like money. I mean, just remake the first 3 Metal Gear games. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Not remaking, just remaster. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Metal Gear Pachinko for PC.
Like, sure, you don't like Hideo Kojima anymore, Konami, but for God's sake, if you like money, give us something to spend money on. instead
Well,
of
maybe they
pachinko.
like that web address that Dave Oshry has, and it's like wehate.money.
Apparently they do.
Everybody hates money. They just want to make.
Everybody does.
Well, no,
But
I don't know. Most
we know
most of these
Konami
companies
does.
just want loot boxes and
We know Konami doesn't hate money. So if they don't hate money, give us stuff to spend money on instead of pachinko machines.
no.
Pretty please.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, the new Silent Hill is being made, new Metal Gear is being made, because I can't trust any insiders. A lot of insiders were talking about EGS, saying that there will be some new stuff. All they showed us was 30 minutes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And all the other bullshit that nobody cares about. Well,
Sad.
I watched that stream. I was like,
Yeah, the only new
I
things
was
we have about
crying.
Silent Hill, we have like concept art and like screenshots, very blurry screenshots of gameplay that look interesting, but I don't know, it doesn't look promising. I think this one is actually made by Konami themselves.
we'll see.
Yeah, we have
we'll
to
see.
see.
Next topic was the Steam Deck docking stations available without reservation.
already
But we already
talked
talked
about
about that. So if
Yeah.
you haven't gotten a Steam Deck, get one. If you want to play on your TV, get a docking station. Cool. How much is the docking station, by the way?
I can check it. 1 second.
Maybe I'll get one.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
dude,
get one too.
At least 50 or 100, I don't know. Maybe 50.
So the docking station is fuck.
Cool dead air, Pedro. Way to find the fucking price quickly.
99 euros or your
Yeah,
currency
100, I
equivalent.
knew it. That's expensive, but yeah.
It is.
All the hardware right now is expensive.
Yeah. Considering my Switch came with one.
Yeah.
Comes with free USB 3.0, DisplayPort 1.4, USB-C, of course, because even Apple will need those eventually.
And one Steam controller.
and one SIM controller?
No, it
That
does
would be
not
cool.
come-
I wished.
No.
I
No.
wished.
No.
I wish they sold those again.
I'll sell you mine. Need for Speed Unbound promises to blend highly realistic cars with the freshest street art.
Yeah.
That was a fucking.
It's very anime. It's very anime like.
That's
yeah.
what Matt's into it.
It's
No, I like the style, but actually what they said, because some people I guess didn't like it, but overall I think people like it. But they said every single piece of like anime or cartoon you can disable, so you just have the car, like
yeah.
and not all the crazy smoke effects and all that. So I think it looks dope. I just don't. I'm just worried that it's gonna be everywhere on the screen, like graffiti is like showing up everywhere, and you cannot see what's going on. But if it's
way
readable,
too much shit.
Yeah.
It's basically Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like a mix of cartoons with reality, in a way.
Love that.
Though-
I do love that movie.
Yeah. So
But it looks good, and it's made by
of course.
it's made by the right developer this time. It's made by I forgot their name, but they made the good ones. So
I'm a
hopefully-
I'm a little on the fence on the default. I mean it's new. It's always weird for anybody who looks at it for the first time and goes like, huh. As long as the gameplay is sort of like gameplay and customization is sort of like the underground games, maybe I'll get into it. Who knows? I mean, I didn't dislike Hit. We'll see how this one shapes up.
Yeah,
I'll probably
just looked at
wait
a
for a
trailer.
sale.
It's cool.
What scares me is that the game is coming out in December, and they just started talking about it now. So a little bit late. I don't know what they are hiding, but yeah.
Don't always assume the worst.
Yeah, but overall, I like what I saw. So if it's the right price and it's fun, why not? Yeah.
It's different. It's the most difference I've seen since Need for Speed Nitro, which was very cartoonish, but not as cartoonish as this one. And it's a blend. Like I would expect them to do like either full on cartoon or full on realistic, but no, they joined both together, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's cool.
We'll see. I'm sure
We'll
you'll
see.
play
We'll
it.
see.
I'll probably play it.
Yeah, you
I
got
like
nothing
it.
If it's
better
on
to
the
do.
Game Pass, if it's on Game Pass, I'm playing it for sure.
It will be for sure. It's
Yeah, I think
EA
so.
after all.
Elon Musk forced to buy Twitter again. That has got to be a sad piece of news when you're like, God, I'm not going to do this. I was just kidding. And then they're like, $20 billion
Gotcha.
loss, buddy. You got to pay us what you offered.
I saw something today. He shared on his Twitter that made me laugh, but I don't know if it was a joke. He said, "Yeah, it is not a joke. I just checked online." Yeah, he said, "Guys, I need money to buy Twitter. Buy my new perfume on the
I
Boring
saw
Company.
that. I saw that. Yeah.
The burnt hair perfume." And I just
There
looked it
is
up. It's a
no
real
amount
thing.
of perfume he could sell to make 20 extra billion dollars.
It is. So it's called burnt hair. It ships in Q1 2023, and it's $100 for the
I'll
burnt
get
hair
right
perfume.
on that. I would rather literally burn $100 bill.
Nah, he could ask Alex Jones.
That's $1 billion, okay?
Yeah.
He's
said, "Guys, I need money to buy
$20
Twitter."
billion
$1 billion,
short.
he can pay
20
Twitter.
What did he offer? He has to pay $60 billion for Twitter? Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Something like that.
It's,
Yeah. I think it's
quite a
44.
hefty.
Let me see.
Whatever it is, it's a $20 billion loss.
Yeah.
God,
he's got away enough. He's got enough.
That's the kind of stuff that takes
He
you
may
to
have
space.
fuck you money, but he doesn't have $40 billion.
It's 44 billion.
Yeah,
44
and I think
billion,
the actual valuation right now is like 20 billion. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's actually a 20 billion, and that's why the board's forcing him to pay it because it's double the value.
Can you imagine how many
Well, right
game
now,
companies
his
you can
net-
buy with that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
His net worth is 215 billion, but I mean, I don't know how
Okay,
much.
so he's
he has in
gonna
his
have to
bank
spend a
account.
fifth of his money on a service
Yeah.
that will literally die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's almost 100 billion ahead of Bezos now. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yes, Bezos is a real. They're both pieces of shit. Come on.
Yeah.
That stuff with
Pretty-
William
pretty much
Shatner
so.
like crying after going to space, and Bezos is just
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
laughing, taking selfies.
Yeah. I remember
Fucking
that.
assholes. We're gonna move on to a cool comment, bro section.
Cool comment,
So,
bro.
Cool comment, bro.
cool comment, bro, comes from the Postal Dude, 50. Very unique name. I love your game. running with scissors. Keep it up. Are you guys still updating Postal 2? Well, yes, but very slowly. Most importantly, we have some fixes that got to go out to make sure we get a green check mark on Steam Deck, but we're also incorporating the X patch. I know we've been talking about that for a long time, but it's almost there. It's going to require some focus leaving Postal 4, but it'll come out hopefully within the next few months.
Just like me on a Friday night, it's coming.
It's coming.
We are a very small team.
Then the Postal Dude
We are a
50
very small
said,
team.
that's a classic. That's what I love about Postal 2. It makes fun of everyone. It makes fun of people that cry over violent video games, politicians, activists, cops, PETA, and every demographic. I recommend watching this video by Synthetic Man. And the video, if you can't see this, is called Postal 2, the most offensive game ever made on YouTube by Synthetic Man. So thank you, Postal Dude 50. Thank you for using our company name or our game name as your handle. It's very humbling. And you have now
Wait,
been
hold
our
on.
cool comment, bro.
That video is actually pretty interesting.
Collector.
I remember
Trash
watching
Collector
it.
is saying that Synthetic Man is also the guy who summarized Postal 4 perfectly. By the way, Synthetic Man is the guy who said that Postal 4 needed to be more racist.
Oh, cool.
While I did like that comment, I did like the video. I don't agree with this whole situation where Synthetic Man believes that Postal 4 needs to be racist, needs to be offensive for the sake of being offensive. I just think it's very dumb, really. I don't think it makes any sense.
Well,
but hey, I mean,
yeah. If you need to play a game that's racist, just yell things at your monitor while you're playing it.
Like,
yeah,
Postal 4 was just like Postal 2 wasn't made to offend everybody and everyone. It was just fun. Postal 2 was a fun game.
Make us laugh.
Literally ask anybody who developed Postal 2 and you'll see how it works.
Yeah, well, this is an argument. This is a circular argument with people. So
yeah, when we make the jokes and all that, we never intended to piss off people or be racist. It's just because it's fun and makes us laugh. Yeah. So,
but we're woke now, so
we're woke.
Well, yeah, we're
not
woke.
Racist enough for people.
No,
we made fun of Karen in Brain Damage. It's too late now. We cannot.
And COVID.
And COVID, yeah.
And like MAGA grandpas.
And Elon.
And furries and Elon.
And Bezos. Everyone. All the big ones.
Why are we supporting Postal 2? Not even sure why. I don't get it.
It did not age well for today's landscape.
Yeah. Sony says it'll be at least a year before PlayStation exclusives hit PC, unless they're live service games.
You know, I really appreciate that from Sony, because back then we had 0 games from Sony landing on the PC.
Yep.
And now all we need to do is wait 1 year. I can wait 1 year to get the new Spider-Man game, to get the next Uncharted, to get the next God of War. I don't mind. If it's a live service game, I'll not buy it. But hey, for those who do buy it, you can have it on day one. So good on you. The lack of exclusivity, it's not a bad thing. They get money from it. Everybody benefits.
That's true.
PlayStation users, you benefit for having the game on day one. PC users, we benefit for having the game at all.
Yeah.
So everybody wins.
Right.
And Sony, of course, gets the money from all of us.
Yep. Seems simple enough.
It is.
Whereas CD Projekt Red is just like, hey guys, we're working on 15 new things.
Yeah, 15 new Witcher games.
15 new Witcher games and a Cyberpunk add-on.
Yep. A Cyberpunk game. Brand new game.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably play it.
I'll play it too. Yeah.
I'll play it for sure. I mean,
I have yet to actually try to play Cyberpunk again.
Just wait more. Wait for the... that's what I'm doing. I played like half of the game and now I'm waiting for the expansion. Yeah.
Yeah, I played the whole game, but I'll wait for the expansion. I'm kind of...
I think, they are revamping the whole police system and car fighting and vehicle chases. And then the next update will be the expansion.
I just want
expansion
NPCs to recognize that I'm naked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be nice. If people were like, "Whoa, hey."
I don't know if it has been implemented yet. I don't think so, but yeah.
Like
that's
it's
true.
simple in Postal 2. If your zipper's down, people will tell you.
Yeah. I think they might have they have so many studios now. I think it's just like a skeleton crew working on 2077. Like I mean, compared to us, it's still like crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, their skeleton crew is 600 people.
Yeah. Among like
but all the
CC
Witcher
videos.
games, that's cool. That's cool. They're doing a bunch of Witcher stuff since clearly the TV show made it more popular than it even was.
Oh, the Cyberpunk TV show also is really good.
I downloaded that for my Denmark trip and I forgot to watch it.
Yeah. It is so good. I watch it 3 times in 1 week. It takes about 3 hours to watch it, but it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I was like, "Holy shit, this is nice." Gave me immediately like Akira vibes. It gave me
it's very Akira vibe. Yeah,
it's very Akira like. It for those who played the game, you will feel like they nailed the game world. They nailed a lot of things. It's very quality.
Nice.
And they have a really good voice cast. They have for the English voices, and also the Japanese voices are nice. But actually, I prefer the English one for this one, even though it's a Japanese show. But it's so good, and it makes you wish the game was this good. When you watch the show, you're like, I wish the game was like this. You're like, it makes you want to play the game, but then I don't know. You're like, it's not exactly like that. They respect the game, but they also make it they make the world a lot cooler. Like everyone is around with like penis pumps, and you're like, what is going on like in the street? And it's cool. Like the action, the gore.
All right, guys, I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'll watch the first episode today when I get home. I gotta go lay after this podcast. I'm gonna go eat, but then I gotta go lay down. Like it hurts me to be standing or sitting for long periods of time. So.
Though I wasn't sure which voices I would pick. If I would pick the English ones, which would make sense for where Night City is located, or should I pick the Japanese voices, which fit the art style and everything? I was like,
they are both good. Yeah, but I really like the English voice. But also the Japanese ones are great. They are both equally as good, I think. But yeah, so and the music also is great. Yeah,
fucking cyberpunk simps.
I didn't like the game, but
let's get through these last few topics. Tattoo artist suing Take-Two over Randy Orton's Inc. and WWE game. I think that's fucking hilarious.
It is, but it does set a shitty precedent, doesn't it? Like, imagine if we get like a special guest on Postal 5. Let's imagine, and that person has like a tattoo on the forearm. Oh, but no. Let's even better. Imagine your tattoo artist. He says, "Oh yeah, the tattoos you have here, Baby Yoda and shit. I'm going to sue you because I didn't give you any permission."
Well, that's why when they put my tattoos on my model, they changed them. They're not like direct scans. They're kind of just like sort of images. I mean, it is a shitty precedent, and patent trolling kind of sucks. You know, like trademark IP is fucked up. So
it's fucked up.
But he won. Yeah, he won that that court case, and they gave him like $4,000. They gave him $4,000. But yeah,
here you go, bud.
If you're a tattoo artist,
we just fished these pennies out of our couch.
If you are a tattoo artist for some NBA star or WWE star or whatever, you can make a nice bank.
Yeah,
all of those games were released.
Get you far. Canceled Dune game is coming to Steam under a new name 20 years later. What is this?
It's a game that quite old, as you can imagine, and it's not basically what we would expect from a new Dune game, but of course, it's still pretty.
Is it
enjoyable.
just you giving the Baron Harkonnen a sponge bath?
It's a point-and-click adventure with SpongeBob.
By the way, on the topic of Baron Harkonnen, Stellan Skarsgård is in Andor, and he is fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
Holy shit! Yeah. That guy is such a good fucking actor, and he gets even better. You're only a couple eps in. The shit he does in episode 3 and 4, he is amazing. Just
This
amazing.
whole family of Skarsgård, they are all so good in every movie they are in.
And by the way,
Yeah.
new Dune movie coming out next November.
Sooner, actually, they pushed it
Into
like
November.
2 weeks.
It was supposed to be
into
December,
November,
and they moved it into November. So
all right.
Good stuff.
Nice.
yeah, can't wait. Can't fucking wait to see Elvis play Fade Routha.
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome.
That movie was good, by
It's
the way.
gonna
If you
be
guys
good.
watched Elvis, it was good. It was entertaining.
Elvis,
Didn't
yeah,
watch
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I've
pretty
heard
cool.
about it, didn't watch it.
Last topic for all of you people that bought into Google's stupidity. Stadia is shutting down, which is crazy to me. Like, people spent money on games, and they will no longer be able to play them.
Yeah, it's this whole live service cloud based. It's basically the reason why I don't buy online only games these days. You never know when they are going to
Well,
shut down.
this was actually a topic when Steam first came out. People were like, "I'm not doing that. What if Valve goes out of business?"
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to, but watching Google just shut down Stadia, like, that sucks.
Well, to be fair, Google does shut down a bunch of stuff. They have a whole graveyard all over the years from stuff that they've shut down. And if Steam was to shut down, they've already sent a public announcement, basically, saying that if they do shut down, we will still be able to have like a download service for the games. I mean, nothing guarantees that, but still, I can still play those games offline if I want. On Steam, I already downloaded games. I can play them offline, which is something that can't be done on Stadia, I think.
Yep.
Well, at least couldn't be done.
Fuck Stadia. That's bullshit. Fuck that
Yeah.
shit. I'm sorry for
Oh, yeah,
people that bought that. I'm glad we never spent any money porting to it. They asked us to.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't. So
We dodged the bullet there.
Yeah. All right, I got to go, guys. I got to go lay down.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Before we go,
Yes.
everybody, if you want to join the QA, if you want to help us test the games, shape the future of Postal and all that jazz, go to the community server. There's a QA applications channel. You can apply to become a QA tester, a volunteer QA tester. And if you are picked, we get you a code, we give you all the details, and you can finally help us finding some bugs.
Yeah. Put your fucking money where your mouth is. Help us out.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to help out with QA, do what Pedro said. Thanks for listening. Thanks for staying up late with us today, Matt. And Habib.
Habib.
Thanks, guys.
Hello.
We'll see you. We'll do this in a couple weeks. Let's not wait 2 months this next time. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 watching all I understand, blinded by the light so grand, sword of truth and shield of lies, soul of both deceives the eyes. How can all I know be wrong? Lies despise me all along. Photons bend with shifting time, generate this shape. What can you see? Can you believe? There are no miracles, just what we perceive.